Zakini, and I work at one of the local shelters here in Hamilton, and my role there is a case manager. We have a lot of clients who are low income, new immigrants, um, women and children fleeing domestic violence who sometimes just leave with the clothes on their backs. So they access shelters at any time of the day or night with absolutely nothing. So when they come to our shelter, we welcome them and then we try and connect them with community resources. Um, a lot of diverse clients that come, some from locally within Canada, some are international. And right now we have an influx of refugee clients that come. So that's who our clientele really are. Lots of tears, happy tears, lots of thank yous. A lot of them are in disbelief that there's such a resource because a lot of the times when I'm referring them and I say to them, you can go and choose clothes up to 1 year, they say to me, no, I can't go there because I have no money. And then we say to them, no, it's free. And just the look on their face. They're very appreciative of the service. And even when they do come, they talk about how it's so dignified and how they're welcomed and how they have their own time to be able to choose. And they don't feel like they're rushed. They feel like they're very respected. A lot of them don't know what respect is because of what they've been through. So when they come here, they say, thank you so much for referring us. They were very kind and very warm and very welcoming. So they really appreciate the services that you offer here. For one woman, she'd come with her children, come from, I think, an African country, and they were fleeing war. And they didn't have that much. I think she brought a suitcase for all of them, just a suitcase of clothes. And when she came, it was the wintertime, never experienced winter in her life. So we referred her. And I remember her little girl, she got this really nice jacket. It was like a polka dot jacket. And that girl wore that jacket every day. Every single day, mom had to like wait until she was asleep to then launder it, to then have it ready for the next day because she would wear it and they had never had anything new according to mom. Everything that they got was either from friends or out in the streets. She would tell me she would just find clothes that had been thrown out and she would give that to her kids. So when she came here and this was the first time she ever got anything that's clean and new, gently used, oh my gosh, it was like heaven for her. So this little girl never took that jacket off. So I always remember that and how sometimes a jacket might seem something small to us here, but for people who've never had that, it's like Christmas every day. So for her, every single day in the shelter when she was there, I just remember her with that polka dot jacket, never took it off. Of course, now she's outgrown it, but that's just a memory that I have that just even the little things, how people appreciate that so much. Anytime there's need of any kind, we need resources to be able to manage that need. So I think for us, working with women and children, especially those who are low income, those who are new to the country, those who really don't have that much, I think a resource like this is very beneficial because not only does it offer free items, especially in this economy, people don't have that much, especially our clients, to be able to purchase items. So to be able to alleviate that and say, hey, no, go over there. It's going to give you free items. They're really amazing. And it's not just clothes. They have baby supplies that they come with and they're like, oh my gosh, look at all this. And it's just overwhelming just to see how much happiness and joy that they have. So I'm very appreciative for the Baby Depot for what they're doing, and I'm hoping that you expand to other places as well because it's very much needed. There's a lot of people in need, especially here in Hamilton, that don't even have the basics. So I'm glad that you're meeting that need of even clothes for the kids. Moms are happy with that, and it speaks a lot and it speaks volumes to them because they know people care. A lot of them come from situations where nobody cares. Nobody has ever asked them. I remember one woman telling me, no one has ever asked me if I would like to go and choose clothes for my children. So for you offering this, it speaks a lot to these women, much more than you will ever know, but it does a lot for these women. And I know from our end, we see how much they appreciate and we hear those stories. And for me, I'm always going to be grateful for this resource and always going to be referring the women because I know that it's a need that is here in Hamilton and that you are all working very hard to meet those needs. I believe that in providing the necessities, that alone helps with their health and well being. Because imagine coming to a new country with nothing and then having to worry about where am I going to get a resource to be able to help my child to have anything basic, like even strollers or even a car seat. Lots of women don't even know what a car seat is coming from a different country. So when they come here and we say, hey, you know what, when you go to the hospital, you'll have to have a car seat to bring your baby home. And they're like, what's that? Right? And for us to be able to say, hey, we know this resource, right? And they come here and sometimes you have strollers, sometimes you have car seats. It's beyond just clothing, which to me is amazing for the people who donate. That in itself is health and well-being for the kids and even for the mom. She doesn't have to worry about where am I going to get this? How am I going to purchase this? They don't have money. Sometimes they come and they have no status in the country. So they have no even financial assistance. But then to come here and to be told, hey, this is a new, you can have it for free, to them it's overwhelming. So it takes away that worry or anxiety of where will I find this or who will give this to me, just so that they can be able to move on and plan ahead. It helps with the basics, especially when giving clothes for up to 1 year. Like that's, I've never heard of that. For me, when you said that to me the one day on the phone, I'm like, I'm sorry, what? So it's amazing to have a resource like this where they can come, have their own time, take your time, pick what you need. You don't have to worry about there's other people in the store, maybe they'll get something that I needed. It's your time, have what you need, and then you can pick as much as you can for up to 1 year. That's amazing. So that in itself helps women not to worry about where will I get this for my children. So in terms of health and well-being, I find that having a resource like Baby Depot is very, very essential because it helps women to realize that they don't have to do it on their own. There's other people working collaboratively with them, and I'm glad that the Baby Depot is meeting that gap for them to help them be able to move on.